قبل أن نبدأ حلقة اليوم، أريد أن أريك شيئا حقيقيا. هذه هي الخضار التي نتحدث عنها بالضبط،
Before
غير
we start today's
الموصوفة وغير
episode, I want to
المنظفة
show you something
كما
real.
خرجت من
These are
المزرعة.
the exact
هكذا
vegetables
بالضبط
we're
يجب
talking
أن
about,
تنظر إلى الأرض.
unwashed,
انظر
uncleaned,
إلى هذه
just as they came out of the
البذور.
ground. This
هذا
is
البذور
exactly
والريحان
how they must go into the sand. Look at this natural mud on them.
نبدأ الحلقة.
This isn't dirt, this is protection. All right, now let's begin. Imagine this with me. An old farm on the edge of a Berber mountain village. The air is cold. The harvest is almost finished. Suddenly, you see the farmer. He's holding the finest produce from his field, carrots, potatoes, onions, and he buries them in a box filled with sand. He doesn't take them inside. He doesn't wash them. He doesn't put them in the fridge. He just buries them. If you were a child watching this, you'd think the man had lost his mind. But if you lived through one full winter after that, you'd understand. He possessed something most people today don't have. Wisdom. Stronger than any modern machine. In this video, you're going to learn the complete method, what our ancestors called the small burial or the home sand cellar. A method that costs almost nothing. It keeps your potatoes, carrots, onions, and root vegetables fresh, ready to cook for months. No fridge, no electricity, no preservatives. And we'll also explain why so many modern home storage attempts fail. And the one golden rule: if you ignore it, you'll lose everything in just a few days. This knowledge was the secret to family survival in hard times, and it's almost vanished forever. If you believe that self-reliance is the purest form of freedom, subscribe to the channel now, because every episode is a piece of this lost legacy. Now, let's begin. 100 years ago, people had no refrigerator, no supermarket open every day. The real battle of winter started in the fall. How do you preserve what you grew to last until spring? The answer wasn't magic, and it wasn't medicine. The answer was literally beneath their feet. Our ancestors discovered thousands of years ago that a shallow layer of earth holds a nearly constant temperature and humidity all year long. Not too hot in summer, not freezing in winter, and that's exactly what our modern appliances try to copy, with electricity and electronics. The difference? The Earth does it for free, continuously, for millions of years. Rural communities in North Africa, the Levant, and Central Asia took this idea further. Instead of digging a full cellar, they discovered that dry sand alone does the same job if you use it correctly. Why sand specifically? Because dry sand works on 3 levels at once. First, it blocks light completely, and light is the #1 cause of potato sprouting and garlic spoilage. Second, it absorbs excess moisture that causes mold, but at the same time, it prevents total drying that makes vegetables shrivel. Third, it isolates each piece. The vegetables never touch, so rot can't spread from one to another. In short, sand creates a controlled, stable environment, just like a fridge, but without electricity and without any cost. Now, I'm going to tell you something that goes against everything you learned in the modern kitchen, and I want you to pause and think with me before you reject it. The vegetables you want to store in sand, carrots, potatoes, beets, radishes, must go into the box exactly as they came from the earth, unwashed, uncleaned, with their original soil still on them. Sounds strange, right? But that's the secret. Washing them with water removes an invisible, natural protective layer. Modern science calls it the cuticle. This layer is a shield. It protects the vegetable from bacteria and from drying out. If you wash it, you've removed the shield, and you've opened the door to spoilage. So rule #1, non-negotiable. Place your vegetables in the box, dry and unwashed. That alone can extend the life of your potatoes and carrots from 2 weeks to 6 months. Now, the golden rule, the one that will ruin everything in days if you ignore it. The sand you use must be completely dry, absolutely dry. If there's any moisture in the sand, even if you can't feel it, that moisture will immediately trigger mold and bacteria growth. And because everything is buried, sealed, and surrounded by sand, you won't notice until it's already spread through the entire box, washed construction sand, dried thoroughly in the sun for 2 full days is the best. Do not use beach sand directly. It contains salt that can damage your vegetables over time. And a second critical rule, check your box every 2 weeks. Pull a few vegetables from the middle and inspect them. If you find one that's soft or starting to turn, remove it immediately, before it infects the rest. Let's go step by step, and every step matters. Step 1. Choose your container. An old wooden box is the absolute best. Wood breathes naturally. It allows slight air movement without trapping moisture. A large clay pot is another excellent alternative. Both are exactly what our grandparents used. The one thing you must avoid completely is plastic. No plastic box, no plastic bag, no plastic lid. Plastic seals in air and traps moisture. That creates the perfect environment for mold. Even if it seems practical, avoid.